Crap, I'm muted. Okay, hold on. All right, we are live once again, and we are playing Shin Megami Tensei 5 Revengeance, as you can see. I gotta get my throat spray, though. There we go. All right. There we are. All right. I wonder what's there we go. That's good. Yep, that's it. Good. All right, now where were we? Let's start up the game. Still pretty sore from yesterday, but I'm feeling a lot better. I'm nowhere near as tired. Yeah, by the time I started the stream yesterday, I was exhausted. Let's go. Okay. Trying to get the coughing out of my system here today. Ooh, there we go. So I'll be muting myself here and there because the lots of coughing today. Where's my throat spray? All right, where was I? Okay, let's just do this. This is much faster. Why do they give such a massive break between orbs? Just give me orbs. I want me orbs. Hey, Soren, how's it going? Close. Since I restarted the game, I don't have to wait for these guys to respawn up here, since it was yesterday when I was getting them. Excuse me. All right. Let's see what's going on here. One of the Pokemon want to have a talk with me. What you want, Pokemon? I cannot allow you to bear this burden alone. I shall fortify myself and enter the fray. Yep. Motivated and agility. I'll take it.
True.
Your arrival into the netherworld was so sudden, illuminating the land with your radiance. If I am the moon, and then you are the shooting star darting across the heavens. Are you flirting with me? No, I'm just kidding. That's how a lot of men take compliments, by the way. Alright, so essence. Let's take a look at the essence. Looking kind of good there, Odin. You've got a lot of stuff going on. All right. Temple of Eternity. Made it to the 3rd floor. Let's see what's going on here. The goddess of beauty and good fortune. Hey Ashen, how's it going? Now look at these dudes and their little fire dance. Have a little party here. Well, little do they know, I am the party pooper. Stop being weak to ice, you fools.
Ocean, heed my call. Any last words? Now die.
Lakshmi. Who that? Lakshmi. They're not dead yet? Alright, there we go. That's fixed. Just let Tao take care of it.
Take this!
Slap the shit out of him. Speed chain, thank you. Don't mind if I take. I can use a bead chain. Alright. See who goes down this way direction then. Lots of red orbs. Oh, really? I suggest that if you play it, you play the Vengeance version of the game. And the Steelbook Vengeance version of the game can be had pretty cheaply. I think like I got it for 30 bucks and it like is frequently that low, sometimes lower. I guess it didn't sell well or something, I don't know. I definitely like the Vengeance version of the game. A lot more than the base game. The base game I played until I got to the second map, and then I kind of just stopped like 3/4 of the way through the second map, and I was like, oh, I'll play it again one day. But then I got my hands on this currently 55 on Steam. Yeah, I'm not sure. I got it on this. I don't know the prices on things other than the Switch. Let's see. Shin. Let's check. Because it was so cheap. Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance. The Vengeance version of the game has way more story. Yeah, see. It's not all the way down. The launch Steelbook edition is $44 right now on the Steam on the Amazons. The Amazons. But you're playing on PC and they don't sell a PC version here. It's 37 bucks, the Steelbook edition on Xbox Series X, and on the PS5 it is $28. It says. I don't see it for sale anywhere though. There's no buy option for it. Oh, there it is. Yep, here's a buy option. But it's used. For used, it might as well go to eBay. Let's see. Shin. Steel book. Let's see what eBay's look like. Lowest price, mostly on the Switch. Here's a Steelbook. One bid so far, $8. Is it open though? I don't know. But that's a new bid. Yeah, that's all the standard edition. Standard. There's the launch edition. Buy it now. $23. But like I said, that's the Nintendo Switch. So let's see. What is that website that I used to use? Steam sales history. No, that's not it. GG Deals, was that it? I don't know. There's this website that would track sales for games. I don't think this website's taking too long to load. Steam sales history. Yeah, I'm closing that. That shit's still loading. I don't got 20 minutes to wait for that slow ass website to load. Steam Spy? No. And I don't know. Let's just try video game sales history. Video games sales history. No. Nope. None of these. Nope. None of these. No. Why is this website so fucking hard to find? They need to work on their SEO. That's what it's called. There it is. It took a while. Yeah, like coming up. That website. It's trash. It is SEO. Let's see. Maybe it was GG Deals. This thing is saying GG Deals. Oh, it loaded instantly when I didn't use that other thing. Well, that was weird. All right, well, let's see. Shin Megami Tensei 5 Revengeance. All right, let's see what this website says. PC. Yeah, this is definitely not the website that I'm looking at. It doesn't show the history. I want to see like the history. This is just showing current sales. Price history, here we go. Looks like official stores. Can I what is this history for? It's not saying Microsoft store. Let me limit it to Steam. How can I limit it to Steam? eShops, right? Historical low, $23. But for what platform? Bro, this website is dog shit. All right, let's look for a different website. This price, this website does it, but it doesn't do a good job. Lowest price, $30. Yeah, so the lowest it's ever been on sale was $30. It frequently goes on sale for $35, but once during June to July it went on sale for $30. So yeah, you're waiting for $30. That should be the sale you're waiting for then, Ashton. $30 to $35. The Steam fall sale is going to be the next big sale that it'll likely be on sale at. I don't know why that took so long. I guess I'll have to like bookmark. I'll have to bookmark that good website I found if I ever find it again. Apparently their SEO is super bad and you can't find them through normal searching. Persona 3 Reload. Yeah, I plan on playing Persona 3 as well, but I'm waiting for a big sale for that. Like a big sale. Alright, so there's nothing. If you go through the gate, there's nothing there. Nothing! Not a ting, not a ting. Die, monster. Nope, I am not playing Shin Megami 3 after this sword. That is not high on my backlog right now. There are too many other games. Far too many other games that are much higher on my backlog. One Shin Megami game is enough to tide me over for at least a year.
Now die.
Go Nico Shogun. Yeah, they got some pretty cool animations in this, and Agrat, she's one of my favorites because that attack animation is awesome, specifically because of the dialogue. I really like that she's all like she's just so full of herself. She's like smug and like, any last words? Like, it's fucked up. My favorite way to win a fight. That's the primary reason. That, and she's a quesadilla. I have all the quesadillas on in my stock. But she's my favorite quesadilla to use just because of that attack. Playful, I don't know. As far as playful goes, you could get I think Soren likes that character more. Where is it? Let me go to the thing and I'll summon it for you and show you. Yeah, let's just go straight to it then. I think you know Soren. Oops, thought that was an AoE hit. Shoo! I said shoe flies.
Watch this.
Get bottom me. She's a special Pokemon that you get in the Vengeance version of the game. Ashen. I'll show you her unique attack.
I won't hold back.
It's one of the cool things about this game is a lot of characters have unique attacks. If the main character has a unique attack, it's called Nahabino, but if a Pokemon has a unique attack, it says unique. So let me show you her unique attack.
Want to watch, then gaze upon my beauty.
The stripper attack. It appears to be super effective.
Ruinous thunder! Any last words? Now die.
Super effective on YouTube. Now there are some exceptions, but the vast majority of the time it says unique. There's a unique animation to go along with the move. That's something to keep an eye out for when you're fusing things. Just because sometimes you might want to get rid of a move because it's like, oh, this looks like it's weaker and I want to get rid of it. But me, I try to keep all the unique moves that the Pokemon have. Like, some of them are boring, some of them are interesting. Right here's a sampling of some of the Pokemons that I keep around on some of their uniques. They also sometimes have unique Magadagada moves with special animations for that as well. Like, here's a unique move here.
This one's for you. Here.
And here's her unique. Yeah, it's something you can get later on in the game. Obviously, the main character, as you can see, his you can get like a different outfit for the main character later in the game. But you also later in the game can get a Jack Frost that is copying your old outfit. But yeah, most of the Pokemon I keep around have unique moves. Like, she has a bunch, but they're not very interesting. They're mostly like different variations of kicks and punches and whatnot with her. But then there's other examples of things like, say, Nico Shogun here. So there's like unique combination moves as well, to where you can do quests to unlock them in some cases. In other cases, you don't really have to do any quests. You just have to have the prerequisite Pokemon in your party. Not even in your party, but in your stock is good enough. I'll show you like a couple of those so you can get an idea what's going on. Like, as far as like a turn-based RPG, this game definitely has some of the coolest animations, because it has the unique animations that really puts it over the top. Well, one thing is that if you come across one of these monsters that you like really gel with and you really enjoy using, there's a lot of tools that, to my understanding, there's a lot of tools that this game gives you that the other Shin Megami Tensei games do not give you, that allow for you to be able to keep them with you for a long time and have them still be really effective. So, like, here's an example. See this feline fury? It's like a unique type of thing, because I have in my stock, I have Kate Sith, who also has access to feline fury, and Nico Mata that has access to feline fury, and because of it, I can use that move as long as I have one of them. But in order to use it, you have to have that Magara gauge. Yeah, there's other team attacks too. Like, for instance, bring out Lilith. This will be the other one I do. These are a bit more time consuming to do. Like, you notice that I'm reloading each time I do this, because the only way you can really do those types of attacks is if you build up that red gauge on the right, which is almost like having access to limit breaks. I don't tend to use it very often though, because there's a bonus that I get by keeping that red gauge full, and it's that every single turn that passes in combat, I get a small refresh to my MP and HP of my character and all of the people in my party. So as you can imagine, you know, you've played the other Shin Megami Tensei games before, so this gives you access to a lot more resources, because every turn I get a little bit of MP back, which is very good for bosses. But it also can do some pretty cool stuff. Like you can guarantee crits no matter what you use. You can, like, there's the longer you play the game, the more of that stuff you unlock. There's lots and lots of stuff that you unlock with it. Because some of them like are unlocked by completing side quests, others are unlocked by getting specific monsters that you've recruited or summoned. Yeah, as far as that goes, there's lots of tools. So the game is pretty generous with this item here, but I don't use it very often. But as you can see, the grimoire, increase a demon's level by 1 if that demon is lower level than you. So if one of the Pokemon you have is kind of like falling behind, you could just level them up instantly really fast. But then one of the cooler aspects of it, I'll show you after I do this next attack, to show you another team attack type thing. A quesadilla entropy. They just melt, and it heals you. That thing does a lot of stuff. So, let me show you some of the tools you get that allow you to. So you saw, they're, like I said, they're pretty generous with the level up items that you can use,
to the world of shadow.
so that you can level up some Pokemon that fell behind or whatnot. But then you can also go into this thing called apotheosis or something, I don't know. And you can do essence fusions. So, like, let's say here, Kate Sith here, if we look at his skills, he has weak electric to one foe, right? And it's like, well, what am I gonna do about that? Well, what I can do is I can just come into here and then search by skill, and then go, I want him to have severe electric all foes. And these 4 Pokemon have severe electric all foes. So I can say, I can take Odin, and then I can replace Zeo instead with Mazibarian. So now, even though he's pretty weak by default, I can make him much stronger electric, right? So I gave him Malzabarian. I can also give him, you know, the other Odin skill that greatly increase electrical attack power. So now his electric is going to do even more damage. Let's give him Thunder Rain. And I I can give him both of these magic reflex. We'll give him both these magic and physical reflex, which are high level skills. And then critical aura and one of these really strong physical attacks, severe physical, heavy physical all. So now look at his skills. He's got higher accuracy, severe electric all foes, 2 to 5 medium on random foes, heavy electric all foes, critical aura, reflect magic, reflect defense, and high electric aura. And then I could say,
How is this?
but then if you notice, he still has up here his affinities. Like say his electric still only has a level 2 affinity and he only has 1 in his support, right? Well, you also get items that can help with that. They're a lot more rare, but you get items that help with that, right? So I can leave out of here and go into my inventory and go aiding sutra and then give it to Kate Sith here. And now Kate Sith has gone from a level 1 to a level 5 in his support skills. So now he has +5 in all of his support skills. Now also, let's say I gotta make room real quick to show you this next bit.
What?
So you're not gonna be able to do as much with a Pokemon like this, right? But let's say that you're a big fan of slime. Like slime is your favorite Pokemon. But you're like, yeah, there's just no way you could ever use slime. You just can't use slime in a in any of the Shin Megami Tensei games because he's weak to everything. You're just asking for a game over. He's weak to everything, right? Well, look at this. Now, he's never going to be really good, right? He's never going to be a really good Pokemon. But with this Essence Fusion, if I come down to Slime and I search skills and I go with Null Fire,
How is
and then Ice.
How is this?
No electric. Give him a heavy physical one too. And Poison Master and Toxic Cloud.
How is this? How is this?
And now, the last one to learn. Oops, why'd I do that? Alright, so here's his physical move. I can give him something better than that, but that's going to be his one physical move. And then that's going to be his attack. And he gets a buff to his poison. And now let's give him all his nulls. No fire, no ice, no electric, no force, and no light. Set.
How is this? Return.
Hey, Goat Shaper, how's it going? I don't think they ever really expect you to use more than one of these. I think you can use multiple. Yeah, here we go. Use multiple. But if you do one at a time, you're more likely to get his things where he talks to you about things. Like, here you go. Like, notice that he occasionally gets these bonus skills.
Well,
all right. There we go. So,
how is this?
now
Ret-
and so Now let's go back to where we were fighting those monsters of my level. Like I said, you'll never make them like the strongest ever or anything, but you could for sure. Where'd all they get? Where'd they all go? That's weird. Is that a glitch? I've never seen that before. Here we go. This guy. So these guys are like currently some of the strongest enemies I can fight. But if we look at my slime man here, look at his stats. Look at his resistances. Look at his HP and his MP. So Mr. Level 1 Slime from the beginning of the game is going to use an attack on these guys. He did 600 damage and it wasn't even a crit. And then he's got Toxic Cloud, which he's super effective with. And then they got these extra skills too. Deathly Affliction. Raises all allies' accuracy and critical rate against foes that have ailments. Well, there we go. They have ailments. Look how much damage they're gonna take from poison here. Like 200 and something damage from that poison. Almost 300 damage. And there you go, 1,200 damage with a crit.
Your turn, go!
So, and if you look at him in comparison, like this is main character stuff, right? Like, look, he's got 500 HP, almost 400 MP, but the slime has 931 HP and almost 500 MP. And then, of course, there's the stats. There's these. 151 vitality, 151 luck, 134 agility, 92 magic, even though he has no magical moves. I didn't put any magical moves. I just gave him all my stuff, that's why. So, I mean, if you can make slime this powerful, like, obviously you could do this for anybody. And then there's the fact that if he's hit with 5 of the 7 damage types, he just doesn't take damage unless they have piercing. Well, I guess there's 8 damage types. Yeah, this is pretty much the strongest slime ever. If that's what you want, you can do it. dark, physical, and almighty, obviously. And then there's piercing damage that ignores resistances. But with 150 something vitality, I mean, even if something does hit him, it's not really doing that much damage. So yeah, you can do that with any of them. If there's some kind of favorite Pokemon you have, like notice I still have Nikomata here. Nikomata, I got him at level 5 or something like that. He's a very early game Pokemon. I cannot allow you to bear this burden alone. I shall fortify myself and enter the fray anew. Splendid work out there. I must admit, you've surpassed my expectations. Were we in the midst of Ragnarok, I'd welcome you as an ally of the Aesir. Strength and luck. Enlighteningness.
Hey, hey, hey!
You're not very social, huh? You're like just as quiet and weird now as when we first met. And main character, he has lots of tools to... I'm sure that's not as unique. Main character has access to lots of tools in order to make him pretty much whatever you want to make him. In fact, it's a lot easier to change the resistances and stuff of the main character than it is for the monsters. For the monsters, the only way to do it is to add a passive. You know, like I had to use up 5 of my skill slots on Slime in order to make it so he didn't have any weaknesses that could be exploited. But if you notice, if you look at my character's stuff, he blocks physical, he blocks holy and dark, and he resists everything else. And he's immune to both confusion and charm. And that's because I used the essence system.
Welcome.
Combined with skills. So I don't have the essence anymore. You can get more of essences. Like, essences aren't a one-time use. If I use something like the ball essence, it does. So his skills, by the way, he has no physical and no light. But he's actually weak to physical. There was a lower level Pokemon that was weak to physical, but was resistant to just about everything and immune to light damage. So what I did, or immune to dark damage. So what I did was I switched, and of course very beneficial for main character, immune to charm and confusion. So what I did was, if you go to Essence Fusion, select main characters, and then you can select, if you select someone like one of your monsters, you have no options. But if you select main character, you have affinities as well as skills. So I can give main character balls resistances, so he'll have all these instead of what he currently has. But it also comes with, here we go. So notice I'll be extra weak to confusion and extra weak to mist or whatever the hell that is, and weak to dark. I'll be immune to the skill chaining ability or whatever. And then of course those two elements. But there was like a mid-level Pokemon that's one of the things about this, is that unlike some of the other games, there doesn't seem to be any Pokemon I've ever seen in the entire game. Like, notice Ball is level 93. He still has a weakness. Everything, if I start scrolling through this, everything has a weakness. They always have at least one weakness. I was waiting at first when I had this ability. I was like, oh, whenever I get the first Pokemon that doesn't have any weaknesses, that'll be the one I give to him real quick. But no, they all have a weakness, every single one. Sometimes when you fight them, they won't have a weakness. But if you're trying to fuse them, they always have a weakness, at least one. But if we go to, like here, this guy, he's a pretty high level guy, but if they have immunity to physical, or resistance to physical, or reflection, or absorb to physical, they tend to have extra weaknesses. And the opposite is true. So if I scroll through here, like, yeah, see this one has absorb physical, but he has 3 weaknesses, even though he's a pretty high level guy. But then look at this guy. She has weakness to physical, which gives her a whole bunch to this is actually the one I used. Actually, I just realized it. She's the one. This is the essence I used right here. Because she's weak to physical, she gets a bunch of extra resistances and immunity to both charm and confusion. So yeah, I gave main character her resistances, and then for main character I then gave him the passive nullifies physical skills and nullifies light skills. So now he resists everything basically except for almighty damage. The other cool thing that you can do to customize the main character in this, I don't know, like I said, I don't know the other Shin Megami Tensei games, but let me head over here and show you. So obviously, except for unique moves, you can give the main character all the things. Like you saw how I was giving moves to the slimes and stuff. You can do the same thing. You can give main character all the moves except for a unique move. Unique moves can only be used by whoever they are made for. But main character has access to a large number of unique moves. So there's these things here in various states. Sometimes they're like, this guy's cut in half. They're like dead story characters from the past that died before you even start the game. And when you examine them, you get the type essences. And so when you go into the essence fusion, the main character has a special set of skills for those guys. So here's one here, right? So this is type D. Oyagara Baba. And all of the essence fusions have a unique move that only the Habino can use, which is you, the main character. So if we go down, like say we want to give this, we could use this one instead, right? Because right now I have this divine arrow I used, but if I use this one,
How is this?
I'm weak to physical now because I'm just doing this real quick.
Re-
So now I have a new unique move with a unique animation that I didn't have previously. And as you travel throughout the game, you'll come across lots of those guys. So no, and so really no matter how you build your main character, there's gonna be a special unique set of skills you can get for him. Like that move right there that was really strong, it was a severe almighty damage attack that is strength based. So then there's also a lot of strength based attacks you can learn, magic based attacks, status ailments, and actually I don't know if there's a status ailment one, I don't remember, but there's definitely there's a healing one for sure. So yeah, as you're running around, you'll come across stuff like that. Like, see, here's another one. You start to approach this building, but then this guy's been pinned, or he died, lost his leg, and he's like hanging from a lantern. And the cool thing about these essences is that you can get them again. So these guys, they respawn. Like if I take this essence, some amount of time during the game passes, and then I can come back and keep getting his essence getting in. You can only have one at a time. Some essences are harder to get than others. Like that ball essence, if I use that, I don't know how to get another one. Because that's a really high level essence that I got from completing a quest. There's ways to, there's like demon negotiating in this game, and one of the things you can negotiate for if you unlock it is the ability to negotiate for essences. So if you don't have that essence yet, or you use the essence already, you can get another essence. So an example is, let's see if I have one of them on me. No, I don't. Oh, there he is. So an example is this guy who is absent because I've used this essence like a bunch of times. He's one of my favorite essences. He's level 75. It's a level 75 essence, and he's got a lot of stuff here, but my favorite thing is right here. Null Physical is one of the skills I can learn from him. So I used him to give main character Null Physical. I also gave Null Physical to Nuwa, because like her ability, there's these abilities they have up here, the innate skills. All the Pokemon have like their own innate skill, and her innate skill is down here. It says when user resists or nulls an attack it 2 times or more, add 1 press turn icon at the start of the user's next turn. Well, look what I did to her. If someone hits her with something, unless it's Almighty or Pierce, it's not gonna work. I had to look at all these skills I had to use to get her to have it. That's a lot of skills I had to invest in it. But hey, it's not going to look pretty for anyone who decides, if I have her on my team and people start attacking, like a boss or something, takes lots of turns and they hit her multiple times. That is my turn. And I get an extra turn. They lost a bunch of turns. And it's not like she's weak or anything either. She's actually pretty strong on top of that. But her unique attack is one of those unique attacks that isn't as exciting to look at. Unfortunately, some unique attacks just aren't that exciting. Like, she has a unique physical attack here. It's cute, right? But just like this unique attack,
Be still. I will heal you.
you know, it's not as much, right? It's not frolic, right? It is definitely not frolic.
You want to watch? Then gaze upon my beauty.
Or Tholastic Calamity.
Ocean, heed my call.
Or the Fabulous Umbrella Lady attack, yes. It's cool though. Like I said, I don't like to get rid of unique abilities. I try to keep them. Because it gives that character more personality. So one mechanic that I can't show you, because I don't have a save from that long ago anymore, is that in the Vengeance version of the game, you'll get human allies sometimes that come and go, and these human allies will have their own demons. They're also summoners. And when the human in the normal game, if you have a human ally, it doesn't really do anything. But in the Vengeance version of the game, if you take the Vengeance path, which has its own unique set of endings that are both, you know, good and bad, or evil or not evil, or, you know, I don't know. I haven't really beaten the game yet. The Vengeance path has its own story that is the same but also separated from the original story. It's like the same and different at the same time, apparently. I don't know the differences because I haven't played them both side by side like that. But the way I understand it is that the Vengeance has way more story. And it makes sense to me because I quit playing this game on the basic version of the game on the second map, and I found the game to be kind of boring story-wise, and the aesthetics of the game, because the maps were boring too. And when you combine the boring story and the boring map, I was just like, I'm gonna play something else for a while. But the Vengeance version of the game, I like the story more, at least for the beginning portion for sure. But then there's this unique aspect of it that if you have a human ally with you, they join you. So what I could do is, like, let's say Artemis was a real life person in the game, like a student or something, because that's who a lot of your allies are in the beginning of the game, is students. Then I could put her in my party, and I'll have 2 human players in my party. Main character can do his own attacks, that are unique to him. And then he can also, you know, have demons that he summons and puts in his party. But the human characters that you put in your party, they have their own attacks too, but their attacks are done by demons that they summon. So they'll summon their own demons to do attacks based on their moveset. So it's kind of unique in that you don't just have to have monsters as your companions. You can actually have multiple humans at the same time as your companions. But they come and go in the story based on choices that you make. Sometimes you have them by default for a period of time. Other times you have them because of story choices and whatnot. Yeah, I think that was cool too. Like immediately, that was one of the immediate differences I noticed, and I was very happy about that. Was in the beginning of the game, it's on this map because this is the first map in the game. Very early too. Because like this is like the beginning of the game right here, when you're running around as doing your battles and whatnot. It like, look how long this takes me to get to where I'm talking about. So from that spawn point at the very beginning of the game, a bit further. And then I can't remember, I think you encounter someone here, but I don't remember if they join you. But then right over here, you saw how long it took. It didn't really take much time at all. You meet your first human people that you can actually have as companions. And so from this point on, for most of the game, you can have humans in your party instead of just monsters, which is pretty cool. I like that. And as you're doing, and they'll have different opinions on things that you do in the story. It's not that in depth as far as their opinions go. But it's something. It's definitely, it's neat. Before I save, let me make sure. Okay, because I did a lot of weird stuff with skills and things, and I'm just making sure I'm not, you know what, let's just load just in case. There we are. Let's make sure I'm definitely playing a save file where I didn't use all my stuff up and delete demons that I wanted to keep and fiddle around with skills that I didn't want to fiddle around with. Yep, he's got his stuff. I didn't mess with any of them. I messed with him and he looks normal. I deleted him later and replaced him with slime. That's not here. So yeah, everything seems to be normal still. Good, good, good. So when you do decide to play this game, when you finally get it discounted, the reason I'm going back to the title screen is because the intro to this game has a little image that you see for a few seconds, and I'm going to tell you that when you see that image and it gives you an option, and this happens I think pretty much at the very beginning of the game, I can't remember, and it says you have, like, I don't remember, you have two options. One option is to take the hand and help the person, and the other option is to not, or something like that. You want to choose the option to take their hand and help them or whatever, and then that'll put you on the vengeance version of the game where it has all the extra content. You can also still play the original Shin Megami Tensei 5, and the way you do that is by ignoring this person and just walking past them, and then you just play the original game without the additional content. But if you want the additional content, which includes a lot of the stuff I was showing, you'll want to choose that vengeance path. But then later on, if you're the type of person who wants to beat the game 10 or 20 times, you can, like, this image, that girl there who's in a ball, you'll get the option to, like, take her hand or something like that, and you'll want to do that. It shows her again at the very end, and I think your character's, like, reaching out to her. Yeah, right here, I think. Yeah. So he obviously chose, I don't know, actually, because he pulls his hand back a little bit. But that right there is what I'm talking about. When you see that scene right there with her curled up, you want to choose, I think, to take her hand. I don't think the vengeance path of the game necessarily implies that you'll be doing vengeance. I think that's just what they call it. Like, it's the bonus content, unique extra story content and things like that. Path of the game. And, like, based on decisions that you make, you'll either start to align yourself neutrally or with the light or dark side, and it becomes pretty obvious who's on which sides based on how they respond. You know, like, you'll be selfless and help someone, and one of your party members are like, bro, why are you wasting your time helping these weak ass people? You're like, I know what you're up to. So you don't necessarily have to go on some path of vengeance or anything like that. It's just, like I said, vengeance is the name for that extra content, I guess. I don't know. Man, I got 3 Pokemons that want to talk with me. Splendid work out there. I must admit, you surpassed my expectations. Were we in the midst of Ragnarok, I would rather you as an ally than Xearrik. Utmost trust. Oh no! He had really good stat bonuses before. Those are still decent. Let me show you what I've learned. Yeah, I didn't realize I reloaded after I had talked to them. Relentless growth is the mark of a hero. Witness my augmented strength. Becoming your ally has granted me a most unique opportunity to observe the power of the Nahabino very, very closely. Show me everything you are capable of. The secrets of the powers of your power shall be mine. I don't know about the other Shin Megami Tensei games, but that's another mechanic in this game, is that they have rest areas in the game called demon haunts. And if you go to the demon haunt, you can get stat increases for you and your demons based on dialogue with them and whatnot. Speaking to them at the appropriate times or whatever. Also, they'll have their own dialogue over time. And there's a lot of stuff sometimes. Most of it's just comments related to who they are as a monster or whatever. And you'd be surprised, they get kind of chatty. For instance, I've had Nico Shogun in my party, I mean, as part of my group since the beginning of the game. And when I made it to the final dungeon, this base level 5 Pokemon that you find at the beginning of the game, the equivalent of a Weedle basically, had dialogue, unique dialogue commenting on the new dungeon that we were in and whatnot. So they got a lot of bonus dialogue. It's not always very interesting, but it's something, you know, it's just something else in addition to all the other stuff. There's lots and lots of stuff in this game. And the fact that it's a lot less of a slog to get through at the beginning than it felt like to me originally, mostly because of the more interesting story. Then I was able to get to the areas of the game that aren't just desert and broken buildings, desert and broken buildings, desert and broken buildings. That's the map of this game the maps of this game are my biggest criticism of it. The way I understand it is that's because of the other Shin Megami Tensei games. The plot of the other Shin Megami Tensei games means that the world's turned into a desert or something like that. But because of that limitation, the vast majority of this game takes place in deserts with broken rubble buildings, and it's just like, it kind of gets it kind of gets just depressing to look at after a while. It's like, oh my god, I'm getting kind of tired of desert and broken buildings. Can I look at something else? No, there is nothing else. At least that's what it felt like. But you do eventually get to the point where there starts to be other things. There will always be desert and broken buildings, but there are times where things change. Three night vision driving glasses? Damn. Is that necessary? See, like here, it's like, look, trees, a stream. Oh my lord, trees in a stream. Isn't that amazing? It's not just desert and broken buildings, except if we walk over here, broken buildings and a desert. Lots of sand, at least. It's like, damn it. I can't get away from it. But there does start to be a bit more of a visual variety here and there. But a lot of the time it's just a different color desert. And then the thing that makes it a bit more visually interesting is that they add odd structures to it that aren't just broken up buildings, which helps. So I think that I still feel that's my strongest criticism of this game, is that the maps are visually unappealing after a while. But then you get something like this, right? You get these weird red, whatever the hell these glassy looking, metal-y looking things are. And you got like a little pond or lake or something over here, but then really, what am I running on? Oh, it's sand. I'm in a desert again. Like, damn it, I can't ever escape the desert. It's just nothing but a desert everywhere I damn go. But as you can see, even though we're in a desert, you know, this is visually more appealing than your traditional boring ass desert that you had to deal with in the first two maps. So if, like me, you start to get bored with the visuals of the game, just stick with it, power through it, and starts to change. Like, you start to get weird things. Instead of a broken up building, you get whatever the hell this golden reflective structure is. Monstrous mummy, huh? I see VIP Jim. Oh, are you still here, Ashen? I just remembered. I started talking about something that I was going to show you, and then I never ended up showing you. All right, that's good. No way my controller is gonna last until the end of the stream, so get this thing plugged in. Alright, so let's explore this bit of the map over here. Let's see if that happens again. If coming back this way resets all these dudes. Nope, they are all here and ready to rock and roll. That was indeed a weird bug that I experienced. Actually, I've already... Did I? There's a gate here, right? Yep, that's what I thought. Is there nothing? I guess that's it. Guess there's nothing on this map. Damn. One of these got to die. All right, yeah. All right, let's head back then to the other area. I feel like I must be missing something in this area, but I guess not. Just a big old emptiness. Okay. I guess after I realized it was empty, I could have just teleported back. I didn't have to run back. I can't believe I haven't leveled up in this entire dungeon. I haven't really been avoiding that many fights. Well, I have been avoiding fights, but not to the point where I'm not getting in any fights. Come ateth me, broeth. Damn, nobody died? Be unalive. My dude has 2 HP. That's cool, VIP gym. Seems expensive. Oh, what? I thought you said they were 160 bucks at the same time. Obviously, you just said that's what they do. I know cell phones can do that too. Oops, wrong one. Look at my MP. Holy crap. They're draining me. Hey, he's level freaking 82. It's freaking level 82. I was just talking about that. Frickin'. Don't mind if I do return to that pillar. I'll have to do some more fights, but I finally get to do some new summoning. Some new frickins. Party. That'll be the first one of those guys. I don't have... Hold on.
Welcome to... Are you ready?
Oops.
Return.
Friggin'.
Welcome to the world of...
There it is. Can't do because I need room. Don't worry, I have room for you. I know just the Pokemon that I don't want anymore because he looks nasty. Goodbye.
Welcome to...
Gimme. Indeed, Soren, indeed. So I'll just show you what I was talking about, Soren, since Ashen, I guess, had to go. Remember he said playful or something like that. Yeah, very playful character. Hers is more playful sounding, even though it's obviously very serious. Die for me. Oh, I thought she was, because you bring her up so much. You've mentioned her a bunch of times. I figured she was one of your favorites.
Welcome to...
Demon Continuum, Demon Fusion, Special Fusion, Uriel. Alright, Uriel, what you got going on here? I see. I feel like in the past you've brought her up a few times too. But maybe I'm misremembering. For other reasons. Alright. What you got going on here? The Magdala gauge increases the user's actions based on the number of demons with angelic order in the active party. What? The Madabada gauge increases on users' actions. Like, increases by how much? What if I had 3 of them? Severe physical, medium fire, severe electric all. Severe light, severe physical, low accuracy, heavy electric, ignores resistances.
Is this demon to your liking?
Maybe, Soren, I'm not sure. I don't really remember the context of him anymore.
Let us cast out all heresy.
Apparently they already got the manifesto. You know, it's interesting. In media, pretty much all fiction, and hell, and even in the non-fiction stuff that they just say is non-fiction, but it is fiction,
Indeed.
I will wield the newfound strength in the name of God. It is always the Christians who are evil. It is always the Christians who are forming up little groups and doing evil things to groups of just poor innocent people who aren't Christians. If you see a Christian in a movie, you see someone in a movie like an old lady or something who's praying to somebody, she's probably going to start killing people or organize a group of killers or something, right? Like that's pretty much how they're portrayed. Severe physical, low accuracy, that's never gonna happen. Medium, I don't care about this fire attack. He needs a better fire attack. But if you notice, especially if you take into account worldwide events and the actual exterminations going down worldwide, it's literally the exact opposite of that the majority of the time. You don't have the you now have the necessary Pokemon to fuse a new Pokemon. Let's take it. Look at Raph. Hey Raph, repel force. Well, don't mind if I do. Shield of God. And
Return.
I think the left has some sort of weight, some sort of karmic what would you call it? Guilt. I think there's some karmic guilt for the left-wing media, where it is the most stunning and brave thing to just shit all over Christians as much as possible and while at the same time making them out to be demons. And they've been doing it for decades. And now we're starting to have these back-to-back events that are happening in real life in America, not just in other places in the world, but now in America. Pretty messed up. Like I said, I don't think it's a coincidence based on the type of people who keep committing these events and these people being, through their writing, shown that they were very much so manipulated by the media on the left. I don't think it's a coincidence.
This'll do.
I can't really take it back.
Let's go. Your turn. Go.
There we go. That'll help. I couldn't take back what that I already skipped at first character's turn because I wanted to use him to get luck. But I also needed someone who could use force attack. And for some reason my brain was struggling with what I was supposed to do there, when obviously I should just change 2 characters, not 1. I mean, that's a lot of money for the very beginning of the game. But yeah, it's definitely not worth doing that for this first area. That was definitely not worth that. I'll have to keep that in mind to not use Fion's stuff and waste my Magra gauge. Because even with 3 fights back to back and one of them being a fight against 4, like I barely got anything for that. Like that was pretty much like no reward. But yeah, I think that the left is complicit in all this violence that's been happening here. And I mean, obviously it was left-wing people doing the violence, but I don't mean by that. I mean the leaders of the left, like the people pushing certain the ideology in certain directions. I believe them to be complicit. And now the reason I say that is because if someone in a group does a bad thing, I don't necessarily blame the group, right? Like if someone is a bibliophile and they use things that they saw in books and they start doing weird shit that is degenerate or evil, I'm not going to be like, well, all bibliophiles or share some responsibility. I think that sort of thinking is stupid. However, the left have belief systems that cause me to think this kind of thing. You can't spend your whole life living in and experiencing media from them, and then at the same time experiencing the words that they say that are not media. For instance, talking about normalization of violence against certain groups of people and all this other shit that they talk about constantly, where they're like, in media, you can't have media that does bad things to these groups of people because you're normalizing those bad things to those groups of people, and you're going to cause people to do it. And then their voter base apes that and believes that to be true. I think such a thing is madness, with one exception, and that is if it's brought into reality. So I think that if you play a video game where in the video game it's okay to shoot people, like say GTA, and you're just doing stuff like that randomly and it's perfectly fine, I don't really think there's any danger in that, right? And if that same game, which GTA games do this frequently, does things against Christians that makes them out to be the bad guys that are the butt of all the jokes and who you can be violent against and you're morally correct in being violent against, I don't think that's a bad thing necessarily. But when you combine that with the real life aspects, that's the problem. Where you'll have news reports that are straight up fucking fake, and politicians outright lying, and people propagandizing people in real life, not with fiction that is known to be fiction, but with fiction being passed off as the truth. That is indeed dangerous, unlike normal fiction. So if you combine these two things, if you combine fiction that is not being passed off as the truth, several decades of it pointing out a group of people to be a boogeyman, and then you combine that with real life people talking about it, making up shit that is fictional, but trying to pass it off as a real thing, then what you end up is with a group of people who've been raised from birth, because we're talking about several decades of this, right? So if you get someone who's 20 years old, they've been raised from birth to think that these groups of people are monsters. And then when you combine that with the fiction and the real life stuff, where it's also fiction, but it's being passed off as real life stuff, that person just is not going to like those types of people on average. Now, when you combine all of those things with the 1% of people out there who are criminally insane, and then the smaller percentage of those people who don't get any kind of medical help, what do you end up with? That's why I say I feel like they bear some responsibility. because it's so black and white. It's so just off and on. It's like, it's just definitely, it's a switch. It's just one thing or the other with them. Like, I'm trying to think of a case where the left-wing media even does the thing of not all, but the majority, right? Like, imagine a racist person. I'm thinking about this. It's like, imagine like the worst sort of racist people who are really bad, like, you know, like really bad racists. And even they will be like, well, you know, there's obviously some exceptions. But then I'm thinking about, I don't think on the other end there are any exceptions. I don't think that they talk about exceptions or mention it or anything like that. It is yes, all. I think that's why if someone, I've noticed, like people can't even mention online, like on the internet, on any kind of like major social media platform where lots of people hang out, you can't even mention anything to do with like God at all without someone showing up. Without someone showing up and being that guy. He's like, they think they're like gonna like dunk on whoever said whatever they said, right? And they gotta make a big production of it. Like, even as a joke. So I think a recent example of this that I personally witnessed, because it was with me, was trying to think of something, would be, I watched a video about Uranus and the title amused me. The title of the video was like, recent discoveries in Uranus, and I'm like, huh. Right? Like, obviously I'm like, huh. The child in me was amused by this title because I'm like, recent discoveries in Uranus, huh? And so I'm like, all right, let me watch this video and see, because I like science too, right? So I'm watching the video, and I love like science, and especially stuff to do with space and things like that. It's awesome. So I'm watching the video and whatnot, and at the same time as I'm absorbing this information, I'm thinking to myself, what am I gonna comment? I wanna comment something that's kind of funny, you know, something kind of a little childish with this you know, these recent discoveries in Uranus. I'm like, and I was like, and I was like, what about like a prostate thing, right? Like that would be a recent discovery, something to do with a prostate exam. Like, how am I gonna work that into a comment that's kind of funny? And then I thought about it, and I was like, the only thing I could really think of on the spot was, is this God's way of telling me I need to get a prostate exam? Or am I just being childish? And you know, that's what my brain thought of when I was trying to think of some way to make it funny about a prostate exam. And
I was thinking to myself when making it, I was like, maybe I should try to come up with a comment that doesn't involve mentioning God, because there's always going to be at least one fucking person who replies and is obnoxious and all this other shit. And I was like, and I thought about it for a few seconds, and I was like, I don't know, I can't really think of anything. I'm fine with this. And then I hit enter. Well, within like a few hours, of course, someone replies, being obnoxious and like anti-God. It's like these motherfuckers have been propagandized their entire life. So I didn't even reply to him. Some other guy replied to him and said that. I was like, the atheist has to evangelize yet again, you know. And I guess this is someone who has experienced the same thing and has seen the same thing and whatnot. It's very annoying. But me, I didn't respond because I'm not going to argue with this person about this. I know what's going on here. This person's been propagandized their whole fucking life. They've been raised from birth to be anti-religious, specifically anti-Christian, I should say. So I'm just trying to have fun and make a funny joke. I don't want to argue with some idiot who's been propagandized their whole life. What the hell combination of words am I going to say that's going to make this person understand that they've been propagandized since birth? So I just left it alone. And if they had started to argue, which luckily they didn't start arguing, but if they had started to argue in my comment, I would have like disabled notifications or deleted the comment or something, so that I don't have to deal with having to get notified about them fucking arguing because I tried to make a damn joke. But it's a very real thing. Like, the whole world is very aggro and disgusted by Christians nowadays, and it's because a lot of the world has been raised from birth to be that way. So it does not come as a surprise to me every damn time another one of these incidents happen. And like I said, I do think that the left and their attempts to propagandize people, and at the same, like, with not just fiction that's meant to be consumed as fiction, but fiction that's meant to be consumed as reality combined with that thing, that is leading to this sort of behavior happening so often. So unnecessary. But unfortunately, that's what happens when one of your political groups is run by a bunch of radicals who are little more than terrorists. It's just the way it goes. And that is the accurate term for it. Because they use fear and violence to get what they want politically. It's their MO. They publicly state that they believe the ends justify the means. That's why they do those kind of things. They think they can get away with it. They are morally, with a the moral system of ends justify the means, and that means if they think they can get away with it, they are morally obligated to do evil because they think it'll result in good. It's a sad state we're in.
Hey!
Let me show you what I've learned from our travels together. Because the entire point of a sort of democracy or republic or any of that stuff is that it's supposed to avoid, it's a system where change can happen while avoiding intimidation and violence. But they're the ones saying that they're losing that, while at the same time they're the side that's using intimidation and violence. So yes, we are losing it, and they're the ones responsible for its loss because they're the ones violating it. Let me show you what I've learned from our travels together. But yeah, you know, you're a good-looking guy. Have you ever thought about becoming an idol? Idols are basically worshipped by their fans, like how gods are worshipped by their followers, so it's perfect for you. I refuse to leave everything to you. The true bringer of salvation will be me. Yeah, I miss drive-ins. Drive-in movie theaters were cool, man. I wonder if I've heard that they've opened up some, or sometimes it's like it's super rare. Let's see if they have any anywhere in this area, since it's been like decades since I checked.
The sea claims all.
Ho ho!
The sea claims all.
The Big Screen Cinema Guide. Drive-in theaters within 50 miles. Who's making all that noise? Oh, I think that's that mermaid lady or something. How do you do this? How do you do like directions? There we go.
The sea claims all.
One hour and something away. I mean, that's not that bad.
The sea
That's not actually that bad. An hour and something away. I mean, but that's still a lot of driving.
The sea claims all.
All right.
Where's my... Oh, there it is. That reminded me that there's a phone call I must make. Give me a minute here. I make this phone call. No floofing.
The sea claims all. 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 sea claims all.
All right, I'm back.
The sea claims all.
All right. I guess let's close all that. Click on this. Have a drink of my water. Okay, what were we doing? I was getting my Magara gauge back up. I guess I can do that. It's almost full. Go over here and grab a couple of these things and then go to the new area again. Ah, there's nothing here. Oh wait, I haven't done all my fusion. I got Uriel, but there was another Pokemon at 82 that I should have access to.
Welcome to the world
To the world of shadows. There he is. You're not taking my Uriel. I just got him. You son of a bitch. Raises all stats of all allies when summoned from the stock. That's pretty good.
Rampage. Ridiculous. Hey, it's this guy. I got rid of him for something. I don't remember. All right, let's make more room.
Re-
Just at that point in the game where I have to make room rather than using the Pokemon that I have. Hurt. She's supremely uninteresting. She doesn't have any of her things yet, though. I was hoping to get all these things for her. And I could summon her back if I really want.
Well,
What? Guess I didn't save that guy I kicked out my
are
party.
you registered?
Or no, I got just a tiny bit of experience. What happened?
Return. Welcome to...
He does have physical stuff, so I'll do for him. I'll give him you, and I guess you. Not a lot of good stuff I'm going on here. It is what it is. Alright, that's good enough.
Is this demon to your
Some of these late
liking?
going Pokemon that I'm fusing aren't that impressive because I'm not fusing them from other Pokemon that I've just recently made. And the Tyrant Mithras. The pleasure is mine. Now, I think he's needed for a special fusion, so now we get to look at a new special fusion. Oh my god, it's Ball. Wow, so special. Drain Force is special though. Nothing new here though. So the next fusion is at 84. Two of them. I get Raphael at 84. And I get Asura at 84. The late game fusions slow down by quite a bit, huh? Like here, it's like, you know, 1, 2, 3 for this level, 1, 2 for this level, 1, 2, 3 for this level, 1, 2, 3 for that level, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for that level. But then we get to the end levels, and it's like 2 for this level. Wait, look. 1 for this level, 2 for this level, 1 for this level, none for level 79 and 80, then 1 for 81, 1 for 82, none for 83, 1 for 84. Yeah, you're getting kind of greedy, game.
We're
The fusions per level have slowed down an absurd amount. And that's kind of sad. And it's not, oh, chakra drop, nice. And it's not that I just happen to have not found the correct Pokemon to make that Pokemon, because I fused every damn Pokemon available to me below a certain that level, so below my level and at my level, which means unless it's quest related or something else, I have discovered it. I don't think I did, Sword. I think I forgot. It won't take long though. The disc is right there. But yeah, the last episode we watched was the last episode of Stargate SG-1, disc 1, right? Was that it? I can't remember. 0 Hour, and that was episode 4. Zero Hour. Yep, that won't take much time to do it all, Soren. Oh, we already did this. We already went down there and there was nothing, so let's go this way this time. And we'll explore the north, which is probably going to be more of nothing. Wow, so nothing. I really feel like this map was designed with the idea that the player would not be able to look at the map to tell where they were. Because, I mean, otherwise, what is the point in all these long places that go to dead ends that you can just look at and tell that's not the correct way to go? It's on the mini-map, too. And then I could probably zoom out, can't I? No, the zoom out ability is gone at this map, though. So that is a thing. At least you can't zoom out and look at it from up above and cheat even more. I'd say cheat because, like I said, it just doesn't feel like you're meant to be using the map when you make it to this point. See, like pointless dead end. Once again, pointless dead end. Like all of that, like I could tell it was a dead end on the map, but I keep going there expecting like at some point I'm gonna find some reason to go there. But I never do. I never do. Die. What, did you one-shot Tao? How? The hell was that? How did you even do that?
Here.
Cheating asshole. Coming at me with all that cheating shit. Wait, did I check down here yet? For the nothingness? Ah, yes, nothingness, just as I suspected. Hey, what about that little area down there? Die. Peter. You know you weren't supposed to go first. I attacked you, and I get bonuses, so stop cheating. Bing bong. Bing bong. Alright, so that's connected to that area then. Nice fire dance you got going on there. Who's a Chuyu? Nothing. A lot of nothing. Once again, it's just going to lead into that room that I was just in. So, nothing special. Yeah, I didn't miss any turns. I went all the different directions. There's just a whole lot of nothing on this. You die. What the hell is this?
Watch this.
1,000 enemies is too many. You gotta calm down on 1,000.
Any last words? Now die.
Maybe next time you'll think before challenging me with 1,000,000 enemies. Son of a bitch. Alright, so we have this direction which has 2 dudes. We have this direction which has 5 dudes. And then this direction which has 3 dudes. And it's pretty much just the same thing if there's nothing really special about it. Let's go this direction and go down and see what we find. Nothing. There's the next save point, so I'm just gonna go to that right away and then I'll check out the rest of the map once I get to the save point. Huh? Can't do that, that's against the rules. Indeed it is, Soren, indeed it is. Indeedly do it is. So yeah, it looks like you have to go to the north. To the north. Which really doesn't change much, you just go like this. And then like this. And then like this. And then we go to this dead end over here just to show it as a dead end. Oh my, it's a dead end. Who could have thunk it? And not fall down there, which would take me back quite a far ways on the map. Come ateth me. I sure hope no one approaches me from behind and tries to attack me. You fools! It was a trap! I thought I had a single target one. Yeah, this is a single target here. Bullshit, 11 HP my ass. Her normal attacks pierce. Increase user's physical damage based on the physical skill of ally. She did a normal attack. She didn't do hellish thrust, it looked like to me, but it pierced. I guess she must have did hellish thrust. His main character should be immune to physical. So yeah, that's weird. I guess she did hellish thrust. It looked like a normal attack to me. You fools. After you said to the north. There we go. Another large section of the map cleared out with pretty much nothing interesting going on. What is up with that? Weird. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. But with that, I'm gonna save. I've reached a new ley line and I'll do more things, but a little later, because that's gonna be it for today, guys. Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate it. I hope to see you guys next time I stream, which will be tomorrow. Same cat time, same cat channel. Be there, be square. Or we'll be continuing this dungeon and maybe completing it. And maybe completing the game even. I don't know. I feel like I'm getting kind of close. Getting kind of close.